Hello and welcome to Fifth and Grace. Today we have the November cards for the collective. You'll notice I have a new candle here. This was actually created by a local mom who had the cutest little candle company, and I don't think she's doing it anymore because I haven't seen anything from her, but she would take really cool containers. So this is like a silver sugar dish, and she would make beautiful soy candles. So this one, I believe, is Palo Santo scented. It smells amazing. So good, so good. And it's always important to support local makers, local vendors, as well as our international vendors. So, I always say, look around you for, if you see somebody in a whole other country doing something, just look locally and see if somebody local to you is doing the same thing. So you keep your money in your community when you can. So our cards for the collective for November, we have card number 1, Tootsie Roll, card number 2, Kit Kat, and card number 3, the Lollipop. It's a Tootsie Pop too. Look at, it's a little tiny mini one. How cute is that? So yes, I did raid my son's Halloween candy to do this today. It is the 4th of November, so we're still drowning in Halloween candy, which is the best way to be, right? Do love the candy. So how you do this is you sort of focus and decide which card you would like. Yes, you can pick all of them. I'm good with that. There's really no rules here, but I always say start with one and then see how that message lands for you. Use your intuition to choose a card. And if you need to pause for a moment to do that now. And then we're going to get started with card number 1, our Tootsie Roll. Yum, yum. I may eat that later. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Oh, and look at this deck. I'm going to show you the box for this deck. It is the Oak, Ash, and Thorn deck. It is gorgeous. It is made in the UK. The artist is just so incredibly talented. I mean, look at that. How adorable is that? And there's foxes and squirrels and bunnies and ravens and crows and all sorts of wonderful woodland creatures. Like I said, the link will be in the description, as well as all my other links. And while you're there, click subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know which card landed for you. Let me know which card you chose. And of course, if another card lands for you, let me know that too, because we could take it as a full thing. Anyway, back to the reading. I have trouble staying on topic. That's my superpower. People are like, how can you talk for like 2 hours straight? And I'm like, well, because I can't stay on one topic. So I just go all over the place and I can talk and talk and talk. So this is letting us know that there are some new things coming up. This is a new journey. There's some learning behind it. This is our earthly matters. This is a very positive card. It does indicate that you may be receiving some good news, whether it be your physical health, your home, your abundance, all the material stuff of our life, of our human experience here on earth. But it's definitely about, laying the groundwork and laying solid foundations for moving forward. So wonderful message for whoever picked this card. There's definitely there's so much potential around this. Like because it's a new journey, everything is wide open. So enjoy that, be excited about that. And if you have to sign up for some classes or courses or workshops or something, do that to get you to the next step. Whatever it is that you're doing, wherever it is that you're going, there's loads of things. You don't have to go to university or college. I mean, YouTube is free university, basically, right? So if you need to know how to do something, for example, if say you want to start a business, but you don't know how to use Word or Microsoft Office or something like that, just go on YouTube and search for that. There's loads of videos on how to do it. I watched YouTube videos to learn how to make YouTube videos. So there's definitely all kinds of ways to learn that aren't necessarily forking out tens of thousands of dollars to go to university or college. If that's what you need to do, by all means do that. But for the most part, we can learn things from other people who have learned them before us and are now teaching them for a living. That's what coaches are for. That's what educators are for, what trainers are for. There's all kinds of people like that. And you just need to just open your search to it. And YouTube is a great place to start that. So card number 2, our little Kit Kat. We have the King of Cups. This is about mastering our emotions. And you know what? I'm going to look up the timing here. Oh, there's no timing for our Page of Pentacles. So this is definitely right now, before it's like immediately or before you're ready is basically the timing for this. So right now, just dive in, go for it, have some fun with it. Another card with no timing connected to it. This is about mastering our emotions. So if you've been going through some stuff, which I think a lot of us have recently, there's a lot of just stuffness, unpleasant stuffness happening. There's a lot of just everywhere. It's about mastering your emotions. And it's about making sure that you're not getting tangled up emotionally in things that are none of your business. For example, I was reading something recently that was talking about all these wars in different parts of the world and how people are getting so emotional about them and there's so much anxiety about them and everything else. And I think back to my childhood and I wouldn't have known about any of these things because we didn't have internet. And so as much as the internet is a wonderful thing for information, I mean, like you have literally the whole universe in the palm of your hand, just Google. If it doesn't occur to you to Google things, make sure it starts occurring to you to Google things. But I do often think to myself that the downside of the internet is that we have almost too much access to information. It's not always educational. Sometimes it just stimulates our emotions and creates a lot of anxiety. Do we need to know about all these different conflicts in different parts of the world that have nothing to do with us? Unless you're from there or know people there, it's got nothing to do with you. Like I look at this thing in the Middle East, the Israel, Iran, Hamas, all of it. It's not my war. It's nothing to do with me. So I don't spend a lot of time getting tangled up in it. So that's the message of this, is mastering your emotions. So knowing when to be emotionally invested in something and when to disconnect from it and just look at it from an academic or intellectual point of view. Because this is history in the making, but at the same time, we don't want to be so emotionally involved in things that we're destroying ourselves from the inside out. So this is definitely about emotional intelligence and mastering. It's about emotional maturity, really, and having compassion and being diplomatic. It's a very family-oriented card. So if you're doom scrolling, put your phone down and go spend some time with your family. Just turn it off and go. Everybody should do that for a few hours a day. Just turn off your phone and just spend time with your family. You know, keep it with you in case of an emergency or you need to contact somebody or something. You know, you want to take pictures of your dog or kids or something, of course. But it is very tempting to doom scroll and it's quite addictive. So this is the moment for you to say to yourself, I need to get control of myself, my own emotions. And the first step is to disconnect from all these things that have nothing to do with me that I'm getting tangled up in. And I see it all the time. Even, you know, I live in a small town. People will get so emotionally tangled up in what somebody else is doing, even though it has no effect on them and no bearing. Like it doesn't have anything to do with them at all. And you see people getting all in their feelings about it. And I'm just like, why? Like, it's nothing to do with you. Just move on. It's none of your business. Keep moving. Just, you know what? That's a great phrase to add to your, it's none of my business. Add that to your vocabulary. Decide, just look at something and say, is this my business? No, move along. Go find something else to do. And finally, card number 3, our lollipop, Temperance. Aww. How gorgeous is this card? This deck, every time I use this deck, I am blown away. So Temperance is about finding balance. If you have chosen this card, my friend, this is, you need a break. You need a break, absolutely. And have patience with yourself and have patience with everybody else around you while you take this break. This is definitely a slowing down energy. You want to You want to reach a point where you are moving intentionally and deliberately as opposed to just plowing forward. So this is the message for you to take this moment now to just sort of pull back on the reins a little bit and move with caution. Think things through before you make any big, bold moves. This is about moderation. If you've been indulging, perhaps, to self-soothe and numb, this may be the time to examine that and say, what am I doing? Because when we're doing things that are about self-soothing, like, that's fine in a pinch. Like, sometimes we just have to get through the day, right? But the thing that we're soothing continues to exist day after day unless we heal it, unless we actually do the work to heal it. So if you are finding yourself kind of numbing the pain, this is a word of caution for you. And maybe find someone to talk to, whether it be a friend or a coach or a spiritual advisor like myself, or a therapist, whatever feels right for you. It's time to do the healing work if you've been overindulging. And that doesn't necessarily need to be alcohol or drugs. It can be food, it can be sex, it can be working out. Sometimes people work out way too much and it actually causes a lot of damage. And that's why I don't work out. No, I'm just lazy. But there's definitely a caution energy here around this card. I feel like somebody's really kind of struggling a little bit, but doesn't want anyone to know. So they're doing this just to get through the day. Like, nobody wants to break down and cry at work, right? If that's you and you want to talk, please reach out. All my links are in the description, including my email. If that's you and you feel like you need someone to talk to, please reach out. I don't want you to experience this alone. And if you need some supports, we'll see about helping you with that. So I just feel there's like a sadness coming through as well. But it's definitely a reminder to slow down a little bit and get your life into more balance, a little bit more balanced. And this could be like, if you're a workaholic and you're not spending time with your spouse and your children or your family, whatever, like that could be the same message coming through. It doesn't have to be a consumption of something. It can be, like I said, like working out. It can be being a workaholic. I know somebody who, even though their doctor has told them they need to stop running for their health, they need to stop running, they won't stop running. They're like, I'm addicted. I have to run. If it kills me, so be it. That would be a great moment to say, you know what, hang on a minute. I may be causing more harm than good. So if this is you and you need to talk, please reach out to somebody. You can reach out to me, or if there's somebody else in your life you feel that you can talk to and maybe get a little pep talk, maybe get some support. And sometimes all we need is just a cheerleader and somebody to keep us accountable. So there is our cards for the collective for November. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a comment letting me know what card you picked and how it landed for you. And, if you like this sort of content, stay tuned, click subscribe, click like to everything. And, we're all cheer each other on here. I'm all about the love here. And of course, I got bajillions of other videos for you to enjoy. Go back a couple videos and you will find the November Energies tarot reading. So we'll see what lands for you there as well. So that's it for today. I thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to check the description for all my links and my email as well. And I am wishing you a very magical day.